Okay, we have a MacBook Air. The description is not posting, and then here it says random shutdown. Um, so there's a difference between not posting and random shutdown. So when the description goes random shutdown, um, what that should do is the machine should work, power on, boot to desktop, client can use the machine, and um, while the client is busy with the machine, it just shuts down by itself. So that is a random shutdown. However, if it is a case of not posting, the machine is only you will get the fan will spin, but there will be no CPU activity. There will be no when you press on the caps lock is not going to come on. Definitely, there will be no display. There will be obviously no backlight, and there will be no chime. So that's the description of not posted. So when it's not posted, you will not be able to use the device at all. When it's a random shutdown, the machine will be able to start its booting and complete its booting cycle. But then sometimes it would work fine, which is why it's random. Sometimes another times it will work and then shut down in the process of while you're busy with the machine. So I see there are two descriptions here. One says random shutdown, the other one says not posting. So if it's a random shutdown, we should get the machine to power on, we should get the machine to chime, we should get the machine to display, and then expect the machine to shut down at random. However, if it's a not post, if it's not posted, the fan will still start, but there will be no caps lock, which is to tell it that the CPU, there is no activity from the CPU, so there will be no caps lock, there will be no chime, and then obviously there will be no display. So let us see what is the state of the machine. In order for us to see that, I think the easiest thing for us to do is to take out the back of the machine, and then from there we can see what we have. This is a MacBook Air 13 inches. Uh, It's quickly, then the model number is A1466. Let's see, after we take out the back cover, we can identify what year it is. We can also identify the year of the machine using the serial number. Okay, the back cover is out. Okay, so because of the JTEC, this is a 2015 and 2017. This design, this form factor, it's for 2015 and 2017. So the next thing we want to do now is we want to connect our charger to see what the behavior is. So we need to define if the issue is not posting or random shutdown. So let's connect our charger. This is a MagSafe 2. So we get a green light and then we get amber, which is fine. So fan is spinning. Let's see if we have chime. What? Wooden cell phone. Okay, so the fan is spinning, but we don't get anything. So let's see, there was no chime. Let's see, do we have caps lock? No caps lock. So the caps lock is not. So that tells us, as we say, there's no caps lock. So it means the device itself is not posted. So the idea of random shutdown. So this does not qualify for random shutdown. The device itself is not posted. So after we have confirmed, we've identified the state of the device. The next thing we want to do is we want to take the board out to get an idea of what is happening on the other side of the board. First thing first, we remove the battery. We use a T5 to do that. Okay. The battery is out. The next thing you want to do is you want to take out the screws from the board. That's a wrong screw. That's not supposed to be there. See that, Peter? It's not supposed to be there. So most likely somebody was here before. And that is supposed to be here. This is, yeah. So someone was here before. They probably uh, made an attempt to fix it. So the Wi-Fi antenna cables. Be very careful not to break the clips. And also there was supposed to be a screw here that's also not there, which clearly shows that there's someone here. I'm not sure. Maybe it was also trying to fix the issue that we're having now, or from a previous repair. Okay, board is out. The next thing we want to do is that we want to inspect the other side of the board to see why we may have a non-posting board. Hmm. Okay, so what I see, I'm just gonna show you guys what I see. The board, this is a 2017 board. So one of the ways we can easily tell that is because the configuration is a 1.8, 1.88. So usually if it's a 2015, what is it? 2015, 1.6. And then also the image processor on it, which is this. 2015 will have so 2017 will have a similar chip, a lookalike of the SMC. Why, if it's 2015, it will have a lookalike of the PCH. Although that's not a standard identification, but oftentimes that's how it is. Because you may also find a situation where where you have a chip like this one, a lookalike of the SMC, but it's a 2015. That is possible. But one of the ways you can easily check is just to see if it's a 1.8 or 1.6. So 1.8, that is that this is a 2017. So this board is an 820-00165. Um, okay, so the two things I see here. Number one, okay, let's open up the board view and then I can show you guys what I have seen. 00165, and then let's open up the schematic so that you guys will have a better idea. Eight two zero 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 one six five. Where are you? Okay, here you go. Let's open up the schematic. Okay, so first thing it's two things I saw. I'm gonna show you guys now. So the section of U6100. There's been some work done around it. So if you look here, so it seems like the SPI ROM chip, which is the BIOS chip, was taken out of the board and maybe reprogrammed, and then in the process, two of the resistors there seem to have been looks like they were not properly put back. That is one. Then the second thing I also found is this U1950. So what is if you check U1950? Okay, let us go to the schematic and then I'll give you guys an idea. So U1950. Now this is U1950. Okay, so U1950, we see what it's a PCH PW power OK generation circuitry. Now the output of U1950 is going to be PM underscore PCH underscore power OK, PM underscore PCH underscore power OK. That's gonna be an output of, and then not only that, you also get an output of PM. Okay, yeah, this is the same thing. PM underscore PCH underscore OK. No, not the same. PM underscore PCH underscore sys power OK. Now, those are going to be the two output of your U1950. Now, with U1950 not being on this logic board, what's the board is still going to start, but definitely the board is not going to post. Now, so what I see is there's been there's been work here, and it almost seems like a pin is missing at U1950. So first of all, if you look at it, it seems you see U1950 seems burnt out. And then also on the other side, it seems one of the pin is missing at U1950. So what you first thing we want to do is so with U1950 not being on the board is still going to start, but yeah, but only the fans will roll, but then it's not going to put. So I'm just going to show you guys. So first thing first, let's try to rearrange the resistors by SPI ROM chip first, and then we'll go to the section of U1950. Okay, so that is done. Then the next thing we want to do is to remove U1950. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys can see that. So see, you can see. So you're supposed to have one, two, three, four parts on U1950, but we only have one, two, three, and the other two are obviously not present. So with U1950 not being on the board, this is I'm just going to show you guys how it would behave. Uh, this is that MacBook Air DC jack. So the board will start regardless of the 1950 being on the board, but there will be no post. Yes, so you said the fan is going to spin, but that's about it. It's not going to post. So there will be no display. There will be no chime. There will be no activity from the CPU. So let's now walk out. Let's walk around U1950. Clean that section of the board, and then we replace it. Hopefully, after that, we should have a working board.
So 6.2 is inclusive with installation.
Say again?
6.2.
Yes. Okay. So I'm trying to adjust the pipe before we. Okay. So the next thing we want to do is I want to reapply apply solder in that section of the board. Okay, while we're waiting for the soldering iron to get hot, let us prepare our U1950. Basically, get from another board. Let's get a doing board. By the way, so there are two U1950s on your MacBook Air boards. I'm just going to show you guys that. So there's one here. There's one here, and then there's another one here. There's another one here. By the description of let's see. Is that the one? Okay, I'm just gonna get another board just to be sure. But there are two U1950s on the board. Although they come under two separate net names. So okay, you can also get, let's get a 13 inches. Okay, so you have one here and one here. So this and that. So you can also use this in place of your U1950. So which is that is going to be our U4810. So you can also use U4810 in place of your U1950. It's the same chip.
Can
So
use also you
yeah, but
switch to 4810.
yeah, but now this is what you need to understand. If you look at U4810, pin one of it, it's on this side. Now at U1950, pin one of it, pin one is on top. So what you just need to do is to flip it. So when you take it out, you just flip it. So you flip it so that pin one comes to the other side. So I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So when you take it, you just need to flip it. You see here, U1950. So pin one is here. Yeah. Now, uh, it's you guys should take note of the chip, and then I will show you guys. So U4810, U4810. Uh, U what? U4810. So that's it. See? That's so it's the same. It's basically the same chip. So what we are going to do is we will be using this one for our U1950. However, we will take it and then we just flip it. So, so in case you because oftentimes you may use out all of your U1950 and then you don't. So you can also use the other one and then you should be able to get the same thing. So again.
You should identify orientation.
Yes, the orientation is just the only thing I need to change. You just need to turn it the other way around and then you're good. Okay, try to redo the part of it. The next thing we want to do is place the chip. To do so, we'll use U49, U4810 and then flip it. Okay, now we just need to flip it the other way around. One of the resistor got set out to the sodium ion. Let's put that back.
Which one that is this?
The one close to U1950. Okay, so the resistor that I was putting back, it's this one, R1962. Now let's see if we start to clean the board.
So in this stage, we are not concerning about the bias since you said someone tried to.
Yeah, it's a concern. It's a concern because we do not know if they try to flash the BIOS. We don't know if they use the right files to flash the BIOS. Uh, so it's a concern. We are hoping that that's the BIOS, the files on the BIOS has not been altered. We are hoping that the files on the BIOS are still the original files. And let's see if we have a fan spin, and see if we have a different behavior on the board. Okay, I see has been a change in the fan sequence, which suggests that the board might be posting. Let's just confirm that. So this is a test screen. We're not really looking at for image, we just want to see a reaction on the screen, which will tell us that we have a working board. Okay, so yeah, so our board is now posting. Like I said, the screen there's go lines on the screen, but then we will still have to test the machine in terms of just to be sure that the machine is not slow, just to be sure that the files the files on the SPI chip, which is the BIOS chip, has not been altered. I'm gonna show you guys on the actual display for you guys to see that now we have a working machine. At least the machine is posting. The fan is spinning. US fan Apple logo. That's it, guys. That's an Apple logo. None of the cables are connected, especially the trackpad cable. So expected that yeah. So that's it. Machine is booted and it's a working device. So that's it, guys. So just a summary of what we had to do. So as usual, the device that's not posting. So what we had to do was to take out the board, and then try to identify what state the device is. We confirmed that there is a fan spin, but the device is not posting. So we flipped the board to the other side to see what could be the cause of it, and then we found a bit of a broken pad here, and then also U1950 was not looking okay. So we obviously that points out, and then we had to go check out the functions or the role of U1950, which plays a major role. So U1950 in terms of the PCH power OK generation circuitry, and obviously with that chip being faulty, we will not have all of the signals outputs that will be from the PCH, and that will go to the PCH. So PM underscore PCH underscore sys power. Okay. Uh, so um, um, so without U1950, obviously the device is not going to work. So what we had to do was to remove U1950, and then we also again had to put power to the board, and then we saw that yes, there is the board still starts but not posting, obviously because there is a U1950 not been installed. So we then had to redo the pads of U1950. After we took the pads out, we found that pin 1 and pin 8 was obviously completely gone. Underneath the chip was damaged by corrosion. So we removed it. We then had to redo the part, and then we replace it. We actually replaced it with U4810, which is a similar chip, which is the same chip on the board. U4810 is the same chip, but then they are at a different section of the board. So on at U4810 pin one is at the bottom side, and then at U1950 pin one it's at the top side. So what we had to do obviously was to take it and just flip it, and then so that pin one appears on the top. And then we installed it, we tested, and then we can see that now the devices are all set. So the device is going to go through the standard testing procedures. It gets assembled and then tested, and then we hope that the SPI ROM files has not been altered. But the fact that it wasn't slow in booting, that's a good thing. So yeah, that's the end of the repair. I'll see you guys in the next one.